Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and more. All things are alleged and in my opinion. What up, what up, what up, though? Listen, DonDons, make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in to the room. As you guys can see here, we are discussing Bravo's The Real Housewives of Dubai, or maybe what used to be The Real Housewives of Dubai. Now listen, The Real Housewives of Dubai is about 2 seasons old, okay? We have had 2 seasons of The Real Housewives of Dubai. The first season was pretty good, okay? The first season was pretty good when it comes to The Real Housewives of Dubai. Well, the second season did premiere this year, or I'm sorry, not this year, last year in 2024, and it didn't do well in the ratings and a couple of other things. The cast, in my opinion, was so discombobulated. The season didn't really make sense because they had filmed the season at least a year and a half before. It was just a mess. Well, Caroline Brooks, all right, y'all know Caroline Brooks on the show. She was not one of my favorites, but she is speaking out. So let's get into these tweets. So Caroline Brooks says that honestly, she's not upset with the canceled or paused, whatever term you prefer. It felt toxic and overly orchestrated, and many were hiding their true identities. Housewives should be authentic and not forced. I'm grateful for the opportunity, but not the experience. Someone then responded and said, there's a rumor that you guys were put on pause because of the laws in Dubai. Caroline, so then someone else says Dubai is canceled, but they want to shove Roni down our throats. She says, I have thoughts on this. Roni is a staple in the Housewives franchise. New York helped put Housewives on the map and remains essential for the relatability, even if it's not everyone's fave. And then someone said, OG Roni is a staple, not the new one. It's so boring and unwatchable. Dubai was 10 times better. I actually agree with her here. I do think, or I agree with this person who says that um, Roni, the original OG Roni, is a staple. I agree with that. This new Roni, I haven't been able to get into it. I'm not necessarily saying they're shoving it down our throats. And per ratings, it looks like they are doing better than Dubai was doing. I'm not sure about that though. Let me know what y'all think. So then someone asked this question. Do you think the silly Ion and Lisa beef contributed to the show being canceled? She says, no way. The drama, the beefs are why people tune in. It's a reality show meant to entertain. Fans just weren't watching. Editing removes things that could risk the show most of the time. They protect the show. What you see is what they want you to see. Don't forget that. I mean, we knew that, right? So then someone says, just thanks for the reply. Their beef was off putting and it didn't land with the audience. And I will honestly have to agree with that. I didn't necessarily, I wanted to watch, but then I did not want to watch it. I didn't want to see them fall out. Like, I didn't want to see that. So then someone says, I'm not sure why they canceled you at all. You all showcase real friendships, big rich money, and it is so refreshing and interesting. Caroline says, I agree about showcasing our luxury lifestyle. I wish they showed more of our work lives for those who actually work. As for friendships, this cast wasn't really friends. Some bonds developed through the show, but it was a tough journey. All right. And then she says on a group call with the cast, some of us graciously thanked them for the opportunity while others were silent in disbelief. The delusion is real, is real. Some think the show will return, but it was clearly stated that this was our last season. Hashtag the Real Housewives of Dubai. So then Paul came and said that for some reason she sounds bitter. She says quite the opposite, actually. I'm relieved that they pumped the brakes because it just didn't feel right. Pulling the plug was the best decision. Too many things happen that shouldn't have been overlooked. Everyone is entitled to they however they want. This is how I feel. So I think she meant to say everyone is. Oh, I misread that. She said everyone is entitled to feel however they want. All right. So then again, she says that those rumors aren't true about them breaking the law. She said every episode is approved by lawyers or officials to ensure it's appropriate for TV in this region. If they thought that laws were broken, the Dubai Film and TV Commission would have revoked our permits, and that did not happen. Don't believe everything you read. Okay. She said, don't believe everything y'all read, which is very interesting to me. It's very, very interesting to me. Now, I haven't really heard about them breaking any laws. I think that they would be extremely safe from breaking any laws, even premiering the show. But I want to know how you guys feel about this situation, because the Real Housewives of Dubai, again, I felt like was a good show. I did. I felt like it was a good show. But I also feel like you can't. I think when it comes to these housewives, um, we've seen that it is not successful. The formula for housewives is not successful if some of these women are not friends. Another thing that's not successful is not being able to move the story along, right? There were just a lot of things that happened on this past season of the Real Housewives of Dubai that was extremely off-putting or didn't make sense, right? Also, they did this same thing to Southern Charm New Orleans. They had filmed, and then it took them forever to come out with the season, and then when they came out with the season, it made no sense. But let's take a look at these ratings. So this was season one. Season one, the premiere, 769,000. Then they stayed in the 600,000s, 495, 584, 533, 619, 643, 478, 502, 478. Okay. Then when we get to the reunions, 548,000. Part two, 655,000. Now remember, this was season one. Okay. This was season one. So they brought in an average of 590,000 views for season one, which is good for a new housewife show, especially being a Dubai show, right? Season two, 404 for a premiere, 332, 308, 315, 253, 278, 312. Okay. Now this was the first half. I guess this is like the first half of the season, right? All right. So then episode 7, 312, 305, 306, 358, 238, and 254. Okay. Now again, this was before the reunion. So these are the averages or these are the views for the actual episodes. Still, in my opinion, lower from what it averaged at least the first season. Again, I'm telling you all, the second season, a lot of people checked out of the second season because a lot of things were not making sense, right? That's when I typically check out of a show. So then you had episode 13, which was the finale at 278. But that first part of that reunion, 189,000 viewers for the first part of the reunion for season two. Now, I do remember that I want to say it was the VMAs. It was either the VMAs or the Emmys. I think it was the VMAs that aired the same night as the Real Housewives of Dubai first part of the reunion. And then the second part, 240,000. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that the Emmys or the VMAs had anything to do with it. But what I am saying is we saw that the numbers came in much lower the second season. So it looks like the show is canceled. Um, it looks like the show is probably not coming back. Okay. It looks like the Real Housewives of Dubai is not coming back. Now, It also brings me to this as well. It kind of makes me frustrated because Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I feel like Summer House Martha's Vineyard got the fate of Real Housewives of Dubai and others because I really think that show did not get its just due. I really don't. I feel like that show did not get its just due. Summer House was good. We sit up and we complain about these white Summer House shows. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people was complaining about the white Summer House shows, and we wanted something to represent us as black people. But here we are in this particular situation where they're put on pause too. And again, pause just means canceled. But then I always wonder, and I would love to interview some of them. Because I want to know when the show first came to them, with it being Martha's Vineyard, right? And with it being a Summer House show, was Summer House really only supposed to be a certain amount of seasons or episodes versus your other shows? You see what I'm saying? I kind of wondered that. I kind of wonder what the expectation was even leading up to season two, right? But I do feel like they didn't get their just due. I feel the same about Dubai. I feel like Dubai is savable. I really do. But it may not be no saving here. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. I just wanted to bring this to you all. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comment section below. Were you a fan of the Real Housewives of Dubai? Were you also a fan of Summer House Martha's Vineyard? Let me know down in the comment section. With that being said, shout out. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, and I'll be sure to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.